Thanks for inviting me for this talk. And I just want to excite and motivate you all in your life that what we think in our life is possible. And we all pass through the journey of tough instances and the hurdles we face. But this God has blessed us with a lot of opportunities and the achievements. Basically, if I would shortly take you through the story of my life, that my parents come from Pakistan. We were a migrated family, and when we were growing up, we have seen a very tough time struggling with the life when it was very difficult for us to make both ends meet. But the one thing which was taught by our parents was that never give up and be passionate, remain positive, uh, remain perseverance, and fight the life. So the bonding of the family members and fighting together, that is what we learned early. And my father also taught me that never brag about the past and never give up and never cry over anything which is a past. So these were the early days of our life, and I never wanted to become an engineer even at any stage of my life. The only dream we had in our life was that whether we can survive and have enough to eat in our house and make our ends meet. But the life is such that as you struggle in your life early to make your livelihood and complement each other, and you behave more like a team when all family members support. Uh, it was it was not easy for us to go to the good schools, but the passion of doing good and doing better, doing something extraordinary, work hard was always there. So the I was never a good student, and hardly it was possible for me to pass in the exam because a lot of our time used to go in helping the family. But later on, as we progressed, we realized that there is no substitute of hard work. In my life, 10th was the first time I scored the first class in the board examination, and there was no look back. Then, seeing what our neighbors are doing and what could be the motivation we can draw from the people we know, then I decided that it would be good to pursue some engineering degree, and it was very difficult to pursue an engineering degree at that point of time. When I decided, probably I can tell you that in 12th class, I must have hardly slept for 2 3 hours for complete 1 year. And as the luck would have it, I I stood second in the university and got a direct admission in the engineering college. The engineering college was very scarce, and a lot of my class fellows in engineering decided to pursue for IAS exam, and I also decided to pursue the IAS exam. But as the luck would have it again, I was caught in a crossroad with some terrorist when I was there at Patiala doing my engineering in the final semester when I had just passed on. And then I decided that it is time to move out of the state and the place. And the only job I could get at that point of time was in the cement industry. But in cement industry, we all learned that in the early life, the values, the importance of the hard work, the perseverance, fighting spirit helped me to do something good in my both in my college in engineering and in my job. And I cannot take you through the complete journey of my life. There are very many examples which I can tell you that which helped me. But I was very lucky when I was helped by a lot of my bosses, colleagues, and other people who actually supported me to push up. But every time you are pushed up, you have no choice but to prove yourself that their belief was not wrong. The other thing which also helped me that there was no fear of failure. When you face a lot of hardship in your life in the early days, you realize that there is nothing to lose. The only way uh, you will do good in life is without having any fear of failure. perseverance, fear of failure, teaming up with the people, experiment for new things, keep learning, keep improving, and that learning curve probably never ends in your life. A few examples of what excellence could look like. When I was there in Ambuja Cement in 1990, we had set up a cement plant, and there was hardly anybody in the country who was aware that what Ambuja Cement is. And we were a very small company, and we decided that we will make a product which will be better in quality. We will give the service, and we will demand and command premium over others. One way the cement industry was branded at that time was that it's a polluting industry. And then we decided that what could be the way to prove to the world that we are not the pollutants and we are the best environment friendly and most ESG compliant company at that point of time. Apart from many other things, one of the project we decided that we will put up a rose garden inside the cement plant right in the center. And we put up a rose garden, and you may know that roses are most allergic to the dust. The entire purpose of every employee in the organization was one, to make the roses survive. And to make the roses survive, you have to take control of every emission, every dust which is generated. The roses were not surviving. So it was a long, hard work of 2 years. We worked on each and every aspect of the value chain. And ultimately, the roses survived after 2 years. And it became the world news. And the whole world looked at us that how the roses can survive inside a cement plant. People came from all over the world to have a look. I also remember that at that time, Aditya Vikram Birla came, and I personally took him around the plant to show him that how the roses can survive. And that he took that story to Ultratech and to teach his employees that to see how the passion works and how the purpose in the organization works. The question is that it is not the money which is important. It is not the salary. It is not the designation. It is not what company offers you is important. It is the purpose which binds the people in the organization. And by showing them the excellence path, that the impossible is possible, and the word, the thinking that the world cannot do this and this is not possible. If you are able to prove that anything is possible and you are different than the entire world, and the entire world starts looking at you. And there are many instances which come into your life. The other is that it is not the 8-hour job if you want to go up the ladder. I mean, the question is that you may be physically doing 8-hour job, but mentally, if you want to excel and if you want to passionately drive some initiatives in the organization, your mind works 24/7. The moment you get up on the bed and you are on the commode seat, the thought come to your mind that what could that problem be, how this could be resolved, how to work about that problem, how to make it possible. So every time the opportunity comes or adversity comes, I also remember the early part of my career when as an electrical engineer, my department was changed to the mechanical, and I was designated as the mechanical engineer rather than electrical engineer, the degree I had pursued. But then it becomes a point for you to prove to the others that you will be able to excel. And somebody sees a light and a spark and something different in your life, and they give the opportunity. It is for you to prove that the opportunity which was provided to you was right. Similarly, I mean, in my previous company, Ambuja Cement, which was later on Holcim, there were very many difficult instances which came into my life. Another example was that I was putting up a project in Himachal, and one of the piece which got toppled on the highway, Manali highway, blocked the road, and the traffic was jammed kilometers on each side. And the entire state, including Chief Minister, was after your blood that you have blocked the road, and you have made a piece which weighs more than the license capacity of the bridges and the road, which has made it happen. But you never run away from those kind of problems. I stayed in tent as a site president. One of the piece which got toppled on the highway, Manali highway, blocked the road, and the traffic was jammed kilometers on each side. And the entire state, including Chief Minister, was after your blood that you have blocked the road, and you have made a piece which weighs more than the license capacity of the bridges and the road, which has made it happen. But you never run away from those kind of problems. I stayed in tent as a site president to resolve that issue, and made a bypass road in 24 hours with the support of the state, and the resources were mobilized. But such adversities make you much stronger. Every time you face a problem, it makes you better, it shapes you better, it makes you a better human being, it prepares you for more difficult situation. And the other thing is that you have to keep learning in your life. Life is never ending learning opportunity for you. You should be able to learn from the people you work with. You should be able to ask the question. You should not shy away from asking even the stupid questions. Sometimes the stupid questions are the most important questions. I also say that when today as Chief Executive of Vedanta, if I utter the same sentence which I uttered as a training engineer, probably that sentence I would have uttered as a training engineer, people would have laughed at me that what is he talking. The same sentence, if I mention today, people look at me as the most intelligent sentence I might have spoken. So the sentence is same, but the utterance is same, but the importance attached to you, to your designation, is different. So my suggestion to each one of you is that learn from others. Never shy away from asking those stupid questions. I changed my career from a cement industry to a metal and mining, having never entered even the gate of the mining industry or the smelting complex ever in my life before. So having changed my career from the cement industry to the mining industry, there was a stigma attached to me that I'm not a mining engineer. But then you take help of some tutors who could be very junior to you and ask them to teach you some of the basic things. But because of your gut feel, perseverance, hard work, the intelligence you have acquired earlier in your life, it helps you to quickly learn new concepts, quickly learn new things. And as the luck would have it, and as it happened in Hindustan Zinc, where I worked for 10 years as Chief Executive Officer, I transitioned the operation of Hindustan Zinc from open pit mining to the underground mining. You may not understand what I'm talking, but to substantiate this, I can tell you that the entire world was saying, and the best of the best mining experts were saying, that the transitioning to the underground is not possible. How we did it? One is that I went around the world to look at what are the best practices, what are the best technological interventions, how the digital is used, what is the importance of skill, how we can collaborate with the world, how we can learn from others, how we can benchmark from others. And you become a learning organization. I brought the experts from 22 countries who worked with me in my organization. And even I brought the operators and put up the center of excellence as a pilot in each of our locations, where we brought the best business partners from across the world. And the operators came from all over the geography, Canada, African countries, all countries. And our people who had no knowledge about the mining, they learned when they rubbed the shoulders with these guys, and we set up our own center of excellence in Hindustan Zinc. These people became the benchmark for others. And we used all sorts of technology, autonomous machines, and brought the best people from across the world. You will be surprised to know that we were the only successful case in the history of mining industry where we transitioned to underground at a CAGR rate of 30% in 5 years. And the entire natural resource industry across the world had a wow feeling that how this is possible. And we became the center of excellence for the entire world. Now, what I wanted to tell you that if you have a vision, if you want to do something different in life, and you decide that you are going to uh, go this way, and if when part success comes, the people start getting attached to you, and they become the part of your team and mission, and the job becomes easier and easier. And when the job gets completed and you get the success, the entire world says that this is the excellence they have achieved, and you become a benchmark for others. There are very many opportunities which comes in each one's life. It is all about how you behave in a positive spirit, how you want to learn from others, how you are able to align people for a mission, how you are align people for a purpose. And if you are able to do that in your life, I can tell you, you can write many books at a later stage in your life, that each story and each uh, turning point, how this helped you to become a better being, more confident human being, and a successful human being at your life. But I can also tell you that never lose the ground and remain attached to the people. As you go higher up the ladder, it is very natural for the people to lose the ground connect. I was the site president in one of the mega locations, where I decided that I would work as a school teacher along with the site president. And I volunteered to the school that along with my job of heading the site, I will also work as a maths teacher. And I used to go to school every day to teach the 10th class students. Society took it so positively. They help you to make change. They offer you the land. They offer you for any support you need. The social connect and the social web you develop when you remain connected with the people and remain a important member of their community and integrate with them, mingle with them. It actually helps you to, remain connected with them, and makes your job all the more easy. So these are some of the my own experiences which I shared with you. Thanks for inviting me, and look forward to connect with you guys at some point of time later on.